Alright guys, so welcome back to another one of my videos. I'm sorry that I haven't been recording for a while. I needed a break. But today I'm going to be discussing the basic mobs of the ocean. These are not all the mobs that live in the ocean, but there are quite a few of them, and these are the ones that you are more likely to see than others. So first up, we're starting with drowned because they are everywhere. This here is a drowned. They're essentially underwater zombies. If I went to survival mode, they'd actually swim after me. They're not like zombies. They don't just wander around on the ground. But, so yeah, they spawn under the water. They have a chance of spawning with tridents. And, oh, yep. As you can see, why are they all spawning in my head? Oh yes, so you can see, this one here has a trident. So they spawn with tridents, which they can throw at you. They're very dangerous, but they're actually pretty easy to kill once you get out of shooting range, because they can shoot at you, but then once you get within a few blocks of them, you can attack them and they will not shoot, they'll just try to hit you. So as long as you can stop them from not hitting you, you will be fine. They also have chances of spawning with Nautilus shells, and Nautilus shells they will always drop. No matter what the shots are, they will always drop a Nautilus shell. They don't always drop tridents if you kill them, but they do sometimes. This is how you get tridents in game. You can also throw the tridents as well, but they don't come back to your hand unless they are enchanted. And one last thing, they spawn, although very rarely, with fishing rods. Why are they all spawning in my head? Yeah, these are drowned. They are only hostile towards players. Well, players and villagers and things you'd expect to be like that. Like I said, they're underwater zombies. But also, one very useful fact about them, you can make a zombie turn into a drowned if you lead it underwater and then keep it there for several minutes. Then the zombie will drown and turn into a drowned. I find this very handy because, say the zombie is wearing armor that I would like to keep myself. If you kill a zombie wearing armor, there is a very, very small chance that it will actually drop it. But if you turn it into a drowned, then what will happen is the drowned cannot hold on to the armor itself, so it will come off, and then you will get the armor. You'll be able to collect the armor, which will be floating in the water, and it will be completely undamaged, and it will always be there. So those were drowns for you. They are also hostile. Next up we have dolphins. They're very cute. One thing I would like to say, so you see how I'm suddenly going faster than before? This is because a dolphin is swimming with me, and it's called Dolphin's Grace. Essentially, they make you faster. Players like them a lot. Well, they tend to. They're very cute. Dolphins drop pretty much just fish. They don't drop a lot, but they are very cute. They can actually drown. Did you know that? They can only breathe in water for a few minutes before having to surface again. And they can't stay on land or they start taking damage. You can feed them cod if you can. So as you can see, and then it will actually lead us in the direction of the nearest treasure, which is here. That's why those little spark source. That's what you can do with feeding the dolphins. And here we go. And then some random stuff that we have. But that's what the dolphins showed us because we fed it cod. And you see it leads us towards the nearest thing. It won't always go directly towards the nearest treasure. It will go in the direction of the nearest treasure, but it will not always follow exactly to the treasure. But it's useful sometimes. And other than that, dolphins are actually neutral mobs, meaning if you attack them, every single dolphin is going to attack you, and they're going to jump up onto land to try and kill you. They don't deal a ton of damage, but if there are 5 of them at you all at once, it can be very annoying. And they jump and they're very quick. If you don't attack them, they're actually very cute. They're adorable, and I love them myself. And next up we have the fish. which is, this is gonna take a while, because there are 4 types of fish. Salmon. Salmon come in different sizes. We're just getting a bunch of, also as you can see, these 2 salmon here are different sizes. One is big and one is tiny. They also come in smaller, more neutral sizes. But right now we're only getting big and tiny. But yeah, these ones tend to spawn more in rivers than they do in ocean biomes. Like, you're more likely to see them in a river. But, so that you can kill them and cook them, and they actually do more for hunger than cod does, which we're going to discuss next. These ones you're more likely to find in an ocean. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Hi, cod. So these ones spawn in an ocean. They are slightly less. You can eat them, raw or cooked. They don't have a lot of hunger, health. And they drop fish. But drowned actually don't attack these things unless, like, say a drowned trident accidentally attacked a dolphin. That's happened to me before. The dolphins would also attack the drowned, and that's kind of funny to look at. But for cod, they spawn in groups, and they all come in one size, and they're very small. They're all kind of small. But they don't, I actually tend more towards liking salmon. But still, I have to appreciate these things. They can be useful. So next up, we're going to head over here. And also, one thing that you might see underwater is a crystal cave. Essentially, there are crystals in it, and you can mine the crystals to get crystals. So our next fish, you're only going to see in here. Tropical fish. Tropical fish have thousands of different types that they can spawn in. There are combinations, and that means that they can be in all sorts of shapes and sizes. But, like, there are, like, 3,000 combinations of things you can be with tropical fish. And ones that spawn in groups, because they spawn in groups, tend to all spawn together. And as you can see here, this is one that we can also discuss. So these things attack fish and drowned, and they're very cute. And players they find them adorable, honestly. They're called axolotls. Oh, it's a baby axolotl. So they come in pink, brown, gold, white, which was the one that we saw attacking the fish, and then purple, which is the rarest color. They can also be babies. They're very cute. Back to the tropical fish. Essentially, you cannot cook them, and they aren't very useful as food. Sometimes they'll drop bones if you kill them. Same thing with all the other fish. But other than that, they're not helpful. Like, I don't actually suggest killing them. And next up, this is the last fish, we have pufferfish. What can I get? There. So as you can see, I walked into the pufferfish, and it's given me poison. And as you can see, the pufferfish, if I were a normal player, it would get bigger as soon as I got near it. You can actually eat pufferfish. Although I really don't suggest it, because it gives you these. It gives you nausea and hunger and poison that will bring you down to half a heart for essentially a minute. You have a minute of very powerful poison. So those are the stakes of eating pufferfish. The thing about poison, though, is it doesn't kill you, so that's helpful. It means you have to hide in your house. Oh, and one thing about axolotls, too, is that they can freeze and then regenerate themselves. You can catch them in buckets, and they're very cute. If you attack them, they'll attack you. So that same basic stuff. Other than that, they're adorable. I don't think that they can be tamed, though. But pufferfish, also they get big as soon as they get near, like, drowns and such. And yeah, there's actually not a lot of use for pufferfish, and I don't like them. So do whatever you like with them. Next up, we have squid. Squid. And, they're squid. So, one thing I would like to say is that they may look terrifying, but they're actually harmless. Like, see all these teeth? Those teeth do nothing. They do nothing at all. These mobs are passive creatures. If you punch them, they give a little ink thing, and then they run away. And then you can kill them, and they will drop ink sacs. From 1 to 3, and the ink sacs can be used to be made into black dye. They can be used to be made into writing books. And there are a couple other uses for them, but those ones are the main ones. And other than that, squids don't actually serve a big purpose. But they do actually have a counterpart. And they cannot breathe when they are not underwater. So next we have glow squid, which are essentially useless. Like you kill them, they drop glow ink sacs, and those can be made to make signs brighter. Other than that, they're the exact same thing as a squid, and they're useless. What's the point? You can't even make the signs brighter in this edition. Like, you can't even make signs brighter. They literally just sit there. Last up again, we have axolotls. I was like, why do I keep getting golden pink ones? But I've always liked the fact that axolotls can, like, heal themselves. But they attack fish, and they're psychopaths, kind of. Also, as you can see, tropical fish in a bone. No matter what the tropical fish look like, tropical fish traps always look like Nemo. I think I spawned too many. Alright, well, thank you for watching this video. If you have not subscribed already, please do, because I'd very much appreciate it. And other than that, yeah, thank you so much for watching this. I appreciate the support, despite the fact that I was not around for like a week.